Hello students, I am now going to talk about the collision theory of the reaction. As the word itself means, there is going to be collision between the molecules of reactants, I can say of reactants. What we are trying to say that how does a reaction take place? Arrhenius has given an equation. Arrhenius gave an equation to account for the effect of temperature. But he says the rate constant is equal to A E minus EA by RT. This equation was given by Arrhenius. So he said that there is a collision factor and there is an energy of activation which is required for the reaction to take place. What are the factors which will decide the reaction? What we said that the molecules, there is a factor which he said the number of collisions which take place, collision frequency, which is they are talking of collision frequency, and second they are talking of E minus EA by RT, the activation energy factor. Activation energy factor. So in order to give information about the rates of the reaction, the Arrhenius used this equation. K is equal to A E minus EA by RT. Now what we are saying that now we are talking of collision theory. Collision theory says it is based on kinetic molecular theory of gases. You know that in kinetic molecular theory of gases, we assume the molecules to be hard spheres. We are saying the molecules which are reacting or atoms, they are hard spherical spheres. They are hard spherical spheres. And in order to react, they must collide with each other. If the reaction is taking place, there are large number of molecules. One mole has 10 power 23 molecules. How will they react unless they collide with each other? They come in contact with each other. Or what I am trying to say that supposing A reacts with B to form C, then we are saying that molecule A and B must collide. And the more the number of collisions, more will be the rate of the reaction. What they are saying, the rate of these are hard spheres. You are saying like hard sphere, they collide. A molecule is colliding with B, and then they will form the products. But you know that the number of collisions which will take place are very large. Number of collisions. Now I think number of collisions per second, per unit volume, which I am defining as Z. This is called collision frequency. The collision frequency value number is very large. How much? Of the order of 10 power 10 to 10 power 20 is the value of this. That means in a reaction you can see per second per unit volume the number of collisions is between 10 power 10 to 10 power 20 T. Such a large number of molecules are colliding in the reaction. If this becomes a true story, then the rate of the reaction will be very fast. That means reactions will be finished in fractions of a second. And that may be true for some reactions. I am not saying that. If they are simple atoms, for simply A and B are atoms or simple molecules, then I can say that this collision number could be a factor. But interesting thing we already told you is it is not only the collision number but activation energy is also required. So a factor which we are talking is nothing but Z. So what I am trying to say that molecules have to collide in order to form the products, and I am saying there is a collision frequency factor which you are giving as ZAB. ZAB is the collision frequency, which the number you are saying is 10 power 10 to 10 power 22 collisions per volume, per unit volume per second, which is quite large. And then there is another factor which we told you, activation energy is required. Which is E minus E by RT, which was given by Arrhenius. And then you are saying, okay, then the rate of the reaction you are defining as ZAB into E minus EA by RT. So So there are two factors which you are saying will decide the rate according to this theory, which I am saying is based on kinetic molecular theory of gases. But these rates are very large. Very large. They are giving very large values. Now what could be the reason for this? That's what we want to see. That I said if the atoms are simple, molecules are simple, then the rates could be equal to the value of ZAB. But there is a very important thing. We said that molecules, the collisions should be effective collisions. Now I'm talking of effective collisions. All I'm trying to say, students, all the collisions are not effective. They are colliding, but still products are not being formed. But only a part of that, only a fraction of the collisions are effective, which will depend. They have energy requirement. Activation energy must be there, which we have already told you that this is like this. That this is our A plus B. This is our activation energy. This is my reaction progress. We have given this graph so many times. This is our reaction progress, and this is our potential energy. So for every reaction, you know, they have to pass through activation energy, or energy barrier is there. Energy barrier. One thing. Second, you said important point is not only this. There is the orientation factor, students. Orientation factors. The molecules are colliding. Supposing this is colliding to form A, B plus C. Here the orientation is important. What type of collisions? If the collision is like this, this is a collision between A and this is effective collision to form AB plus C. But supposing B, C and A collides from this side. Now A is colliding with this. You can see this is not effective collisions. So this collision is being wasted. This is called the orientation factor. There should be a proper orientation. I will give you more examples of these, students. But I am trying to say what do you mean by proper orientation. Let me see. I have said that not only they should collide, but they must collide with proper orientation. What is this proper orientation? If I consider H2 gas plus I2 gas, students, it forms 2HI. So here there is a bond breaking and bond formation. This is a bond breaking and this is a bond formation, students. Here you can see that these two are colliding. They are far away. Only 50% effective. But if they come like this, H, I, H. Now here you can see such a collision is highly effective. Such a collision is highly effective. Orientation factor. This is more effective, 100% effective, because HI and HI. You can see, students, here all the collision is 100% effective. One more example which is usually there in organic chemistry, which you have studied, SN2 nucleophilic substitution reaction, students. For example, if I consider HBr and nucleophile OH minus attacks to form alcohol, C, the product is OH. This is alcohol. This is example of nucleophilic substitution. SN2 for alkyl halides converted into alcohol. Now there are two possibilities, students, but I am trying to say in this case, let us see. Supposing this OH minus, if this is the orientation, this is my Br. If OH minus comes from this side, then you can see this is reaction is not possible. This orientation is not proper. Orientation not proper, because this is a leaving group and this is a coming group. So how it will leave when it is coming from the same direction? But supposing I consider that this Br, H, and OH comes from this side. So now you see, student, This is a proper orientation. Proper orientation. So reaction will take place, and what will happen? You will get HOH and Br minus. So students, I have tried to show you that for the reaction, it is not only the activation energy, as orientation is a very important factor, so that will decide the effective coulomb. So it should not be only coulombs we are saying, the coulomb should be effective. What are we saying? That molecules must collide and these coulombs should be effective coulombs. Effective coulombs, and that is why the rates of the reaction is much lower than the Coulomb number. Coulomb number which we have defined 10 power 20 to 10 power 10 power 10 to 10 power 20 is very high. So reaction rates are much lower than that. That will be only possible for very simple atoms combining or molecules. As the molecules become complex, the Coulomb frequency will decrease because there is an orientation factor. Orientation factor is been defined as steric factor or probability factor P. So the reaction becomes modified reaction, modified equation for Coulomb. For Coulomb theory can be given the rate is equal to P into ZAB into E minus EA by RT, where students P is our steric factor, P is our steric or orientation factor. Therefore, students, we can see that the reactions Coulomb theory is able to explain to us how does a reaction take place, what is Coulomb number, what is Coulomb frequency, and why the rates of the reaction are much lower than the Coulomb numbers. And not only the activation energy or proper orientation is required for the reaction to take place. I will give you some of the examples. Okay students, with this I am ending up the chapter of chemical kinetics, and next time I will see you in surface chemistry.